Merry Christmas. I hope you've all had a wonderful time this year with your family and dear friends. Today is the festival of the Holy Family, and it's always celebrated the first Sunday after Christmas. And you may be wondering, what is the Holy Family? Well, that's the Blessed Mary, St. Joseph, and Jesus. Historically, the Catholic Church has always taught us that the family is important for helping us to grow our faith. If we look at Jesus and understand that he is also God and human, then how does he need a family? Well, God put him with a family, with the Blessed Mary and St. Joseph. So that means the family is important. How does family help us grow and strengthen our faith? Well, parents teach their children about God and about faith and help them grow in their faith as they mature. And children also help parents strengthen and grow their faith. When we look around the world, our society, or in other cultures and countries around the world, we can see that the modern family faces many, many challenges. One example would be that historically, most families tended to live near their extended family. Their relatives always lived close by, knowing that their aunt might be just down the street or their grandparents across the street, so they had quite a support network. And children were able to come check on their elderly parents quite frequently. However, given today's economic climate, many young adults have had to move far away from home to find work. And they find themselves in a neighborhood full of strangers, without those extended relatives living down the street. And also, parents whose children have moved away get lonely and become isolated because their children can't come to visit as often, and that's a challenge as well. Pope Francis is concerned with the challenges that today's families are facing. Recently in Philadelphia, there was the World Meeting of Families, and the Pope attended. While he was there, he hosted a synod, which is a gathering of all the bishops, and they discussed issues of today's family, and mainly how can the Catholic Church help families strengthen their bonds given the challenges they're facing in today's world. I'd like to share with you a few of the Pope's concerns. One is that many children grow up in a culture that is very challenged, with influences from TV, social media. The parents want to help them grow and strengthen their faith, but it's very difficult given that climate. So how can the church take on that role to help those families? Recently, the U.S. Supreme Court declared that marriage was not only between a man and a woman, but that it could be between a woman and a woman, or a man and a man. However, historical religious views have always understood God's intention for marriage to be between a man and a woman. So that in and of itself creates a unique challenge. And in these modern times, we also see many marriages ending in divorce. I think the rate is over 51% right now. How can the church help those marriages endure? And if the divorce has already taken place, how can we help those people continue to grow their faith? The examples I gave you are just a few of many of Pope Francis's concerns. He's warned the bishops that we need to figure out what to do. So I would invite each of you today to pray for Pope Francis, for his discernment in what he took away from that synod, and the decisions he's going to make in terms of how the church can help families help them strengthen and grow in their faith. And I would also ask you to pray for families today, especially young families who face some big challenges. Pray for the elderly who have no family close by or no one to care for them. Thank you, and God bless.